In a world where every gesture matters and every silence can echo louder than words, a single moment on the world stage has left Britain red-faced, humiliated, and divided. Because when Donald Trump called out to the leaders of the world, one man stood awkwardly in the shadows, Sir Keir Starmer. But what happened next would make even Britain's toughest politicians say, "I'm ashamed to be British." Before we reveal what really unfolded behind the cameras, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Echo Britain, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. Your opinion shapes our next story, and trust me, this one will leave you speechless. It all unfolded in Cairo, at the historic Gaza Peace Summit. The eyes of the world were locked on one moment, the signing of a landmark peace deal. World leaders gathered as President Donald Trump took the stage, his tone triumphant, his presence commanding. Then came the words that changed everything. Trump looked across the stage and asked, "Where is the UK?" For a brief, chilling second, silence. Sir Keir Starmer, Britain's Prime Minister, raised his hand nervously, muttering something the microphones couldn't even capture. The cameras zoomed in, his expression uneasy. He walked slowly towards Trump, as if searching for validation. Trump smiled, but not warmly. "Come up here, is everything going good?" he asked. Starmer forced a smile. "Very good," he replied, before awkwardly retreating back to his place behind the American leader. The moment was over in seconds. But for millions watching around the world, it was unforgettable. Then came the backlash. Suella Braverman, never one to bite her tongue, went on GB News and launched a verbal missile straight at number 10. To watch Keir Starmer be snubbed so humiliatingly by President Trump yesterday, literally on the world stage, she said, "is an embarrassment for all of us. It makes me ashamed to be British right now, because we've got such a weak, apathetic, craven, spineless person leading our country." Her words burned like acid, and they weren't just about embarrassment. They were about leadership, pride, and power. Braverman accused Starmer of being on the wrong side of history by recognizing the state of Palestine before the peace deal was even signed. She called it a dangerous move, not just pandering to left-wing extremists, she said, but actively unhelpful to the peace process. And she wasn't alone. Across the Atlantic, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Ambassador Mike Huckabee echoed similar criticism. Rubio called the UK's early recognition unhelpful. Huckabee went even further, branding Britain deluded if it believed it had made any meaningful contribution to peace. The message from America was clear. Britain had misplayed its hand. And Keir Starmer, standing on that stage, looked more like a forgotten extra than a leading actor in world diplomacy. Braverman didn't stop there. She added, with visible frustration, "And then we see Keir Starmer trying to photobomb and claim credit at the 11th hour. It's humiliating, but it's also very, very sad that we've got politicians with such poor judgment leading our country." Her tone was ice-cold, but the anger behind it was unmistakable. It wasn't just political rivalry, it was personal. Later, Starmer tried to regain control of the narrative. He posted a photo on social media, smiling alongside Trump, captioned, "President Trump, this is your achievement. I thank you for your tireless efforts to deliver this moment. The UK stands ready to support a full implementation of the peace plan." But by then, the damage was done. The image looked less like a victory and more like an apology. So here's the question Britain is now asking itself. Was this just a diplomatic misstep, or a glimpse into the uncomfortable truth about our leadership on the world stage? Has Britain's global influence quietly faded into the background? Because if even Suella Braverman, one of the most outspoken figures in British politics, says she's ashamed to be British, then maybe, just maybe, something much deeper is wrong. What do you think? Was Braverman right, or did she go too far? Drop your thoughts below, and let's see where Britain really stands on this one. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Echo Britain, where truth meets drama, and every story uncovers what they don't want you to see.